So about Lucci, he is one of the most iconic villains in the story. For many, his fight with Luffy is among the best. But after that was all done and over with, we didn't really hear much from him. Like all the way until some point after the time skip. It wasn't until then that we got some knowledge of what he was up to. After being defeated by the Straw Hats, Lucci and the rest of CP9 left the world government. But it was a temporary leave. They had left to go become stronger, and would come back when they became stronger. And then at some point during the time skip they did come back, but they were raised up to CP0 instead of CP9. Kind of going on a tangent, but who filled the roles at CP9? Because I'm pretty sure they don't just dissolve a cipher pole number. Someone else had to have replaced them. I guess they just weren't as strong as Lucci or the rest of CP9, so they weren't worth talking about. But yeah, back to what I was saying. They had ended up going to CP0 instead of CP9 when they returned, so they definitely have gotten stronger. Their raise in rank is proof of that, but how exactly are they in terms of strength now? That is what I wanted to talk about today in this video. Before that though, consider liking and subscribing for future videos. Alright, so yeah, we know that Lucci has gotten stronger, but to what extent exactly has he grown? I first want to say this though, I do not think he as strong as Luffy is currently in the story. He was more or less equal in power with him before, but it would be a stretch to say that he is as strong as Luffy now. Lucci is strong, but I don't think that he could hurt a yonko like Luffy could. Luffy is being set up to become a yonko. I doubt any CP0 agent is as strong. On top of the fact that Luffy will probably get a new form to beat Kaido. Well, I mean, most of what it takes to hurt him is to be able to use conquerors like Armin and Haki, but we don't even know if Lucci has it, so I'm just going under the assumption that he does not. We can pretty much confirm that he has Haki though. CP0 is more towards dealing with New World stuff, it looks like, so it would only make sense that the members can use Haki, at least at a decent level. Okay, so if he is to be reintroduced into the story, we know he probably won't be dealing with Luffy. So what kind of stuff will he be doing moving forward? Well, I gave it some thought and I came up with this. Seeing as how we have the whole situation with Sabo going on, and the fact that the Revolutionary Army is starting to make their moves, I think Lucci will be more involved with them than the Straw Hats, because firstly as a CP0 he has new duties, and one of them is to protect the Celestial Dragons, so it's kind of a requirement for him. And I kind of forgot about this since Reverie was so short but packed with so much stuff, but he was at Reverie as well, so it's highly likely that he also got involved with Sabo or the other revolutionaries. And it makes sense for him not to be talked about in the newspaper, like how they mentioned Sabo fighting the admirals, because from the war's perspective they are probably not what they think they actually are. Like CP0 is public and people know about it, but what they do behind closed doors is kept secret, like them meeting with Orochi for example, or people just don't know what they do at all and only know vague information like they protect celestial dragons and that's it. So it makes sense for him not to appear in the newspaper, but I can't imagine that he didn't get involved once word spread that the Revolutionary Army was at Reverie. So whatever may happen next with Sabo and the revolutionaries, I think Lucci will be involved in some capacity. I think it will be fair to say that he has at least gotten strong enough to deal with them, not Dragon but maybe Sabo or other commanding officers. So to put it into perspective, I would say this, I think he's more or less at the level of a Yonko commander. I mean, that is still kind of vague though, because we know a lot of Yonko commanders and they can vary in strength a lot, but I think he is somewhere in that ballpark. But that's all I have to say about where I think Lucci stands now in the story strength wise. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe. Peace.